the sidecar action to the big bikes, and the other attraction of the day, the appearance of the Honda team riders, including the Scottish Grand Prix rider Niall Mackenzie. He and teammates Brian Morrison from Kirkcaldy and Steve Hislop from Hawick have brought with them not just their new four-stroke bikes, but the Honda team backup too. So what makes a good rider?
Really just good machinery. Experience always plays a big part in it, but just natural ability more than anything, I think.
So where do you want to go from here?
To the top, hopefully.
Former Scottish champion and TT winner Steve Hislop is pleased to be at Knockhill, along with his Honda teammates.
Quite good, especially in the big class, because they've got Niall Mackenzie, Neil and Brian, and well, that 250 was quite good with Greg Ramsey, quite a good up-and-coming rider.
So how do you think you'll get on in race 8 against Neil and Brian?
Probably finish third again.
So, to the start of race 8, and in pole position for the 8-lap race, Niall Mackenzie on the 750cc Honda, alongside Brian Morrison on the 700cc bike, and in third place, Steve Hislop. All the riders are allowed a warm-up lap before they line up for the race itself. With only 8 laps, it's a short race. If a mistake is made, there's really no time to recover. An early lead is essential to have any impact on the final result. And Steve Hislop makes a great start on his 750 Honda. He's taken the lead by the end of the straight, with Sandy Christie from Dunfermline second.
Ian Wilson in third place.
Through the first series of bends successfully, they're both careful not to make any mistakes so early on. The track had been wet and slippery after morning rain, but it's dried out now and less likely to catch out the unwary. Ian Wilson of Milton Keynes, number 9, is up to third place. But just a few yards on, he's lost it to Niall Mackenzie, recovering from a poor start. And just look at Mackenzie here, powering on past Christie to move up to second behind Hislop. Up the straight, touching 140 here, the bikes lift off on the crest. It's a classic battle between Hislop and Mackenzie. They're averaging more than 80 miles an hour round the circuit, and they're not letting up for a second. The penultimate lap, and Mackenzie is in front. He's being hindered by back markers, but he just weaves between them to reach for the open track. Hislop and Morrison are battling it out for second and third as they lap the late runners. Mackenzie's flat out and twitches the machine as he approaches the hairpin for the start of the final lap. Hislop and Morrison are still second and third. There's Christie, Roger Bennett fifth, and Howard Selby sixth. Final lap, Mackenzie is well in front, with Hislop second and Morrison held up at the chicane.
At the chicane, a back marker has just been overtaken by Steve Hislop and Brian Morrison. Hislop has opened up a gap over Morrison.
First place may be settled, but second is still wide open, and Morrison is trying for it. Up to the hairpin for the last time, and Mackenzie has a clear run to the checkered flag. He's had a great season, but a win on home ground is a real bonus. Hislop has held on to second place, Morrison has to settle for third as Mackenzie crosses the line. A flying finish across the line, but for Sandy Christie, a disaster on the final bend, dropping him from fourth place to seventh. All the honours then to Mackenzie. The race over, his thoughts now on the next international in Japan.
Enjoyed yourself here today?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I can only lose at these races because I'm supposed to win them. If I lose, then everyone's asking why. So I was a little bit nervous, but I am for every race. But the adrenaline was there before the race, and I won it, so that's what counts.
So a clear result.